Hey everybody, we're here with Rich, and Rich, you've got something exciting here. What are you showing off?
Today we're showing our immersive experiences, and we're doing it through sports. And we're very excited to show two different technologies. One is TrueView, and the other one is IntelTrueVR. Now with our IntelTrueView, and what BK talked about at the CES keynote, is how we can take volumetric video. So if you think about video right now in sports, it's done in 2D and pixels. But with our camera system, we put cameras all around the venue. If it's in a football stadium, a basketball stadium, on a soccer pitch, and that allows us to collect a 360-degree view of content. That now changes the game of how people immerse with sports. So instead of just watching passively, now you can start to see why athletes are as great as they are. You can see why a pass was made, the angle or perspective of a player. And some of the examples we have, if you want me to show you an example here, what we're showing, we have the camera set around the stadium, and in this example, you can see what it's like to be one of the players. We're showing the view of the player because the cameras allow us to create a volumetric picture of every area of the field. So no matter where they are, we can recreate it. So it's very exciting because it can change the way that people immerse with fans. So from a consumer standpoint, instead of being passive 2D watching, you can now start to see a more immersive 3D experience of watching the games. So this is one of the things that we're doing. The other one is through TrueVR, and so we're excited to talk about our relationships with the NBA, with the NFL, with MLB, with PGA, with NCAA, and now we recently announced our relationship with Olympics that Intel has announced. We're going to be capturing about 30 events of the Olympics next month in VR, about half of those live, half of those VOD. And what that provides is the best seat in the house. If you think about the VR experience, it's like you're there courtside for an NBA game or on the field for a football game where you can look left and right. You can see all the action you want to see, and you can control what you want to see. So it gives you that control, that immersive experience. So when we talk about immersive, this is truly one of the best ways to do it because sports is such an organic passion point for people. It just is exciting that we can start to deliver and change the way that people enjoy their favorite sport. The amount of data that's required to make this come to life is right in Intel's wheelhouse. So if you think about capturing the video requires a lot of computing power. You know, there's terabytes of data within each of these clips. Now it requires processing to turn that clip into a produced content, a curated content, and then that's transmitted through the cloud to get to the apps and the digital services that we want to use. So for both that and then for TrueVR was from a recent acquisition of Voke, and their camera technology came into Intel. And again, what's nice about for Intel is that it requires a lot of computing power, a lot of processing power, and it requires 5G. So it really fits in well, synergistic with what Intel is doing.
And we've seen some of that here. I mean, there are a lot of moving parts. Maybe the AI that Intel uses for object identification, the 5G that we're going to see in the future, it all works together to bring this experience, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what's nice about Intel is you can bring all of these things under one shop. So as we're working and presenting opportunities to customers, it's not just a point solution, but it's a holistic ecosystem that Intel can bring to bear. And so it's really exciting to be part of it from a sports, but looking forward to how we can leverage all of Intel to really change the way the consumers engage with sports and with all media.
Rich, thanks so much for all that information. And guys, it looks like Intel is leading the way on changing the way we experience sports.